record.
Yeah.
So the same thing showing up and you need what?
Yeah, I want to keep reorganizing it in ways where I can keep it in front of my face or
Yeah.
keep looking at daily structures,
Hmm.
to embody this more. Which reminds me, like what's been the baseline is the little I got my little timers, with the checking in, which one moment please, because I didn't I'm gonna do some for later. I'm gonna anyway, that's like a baseline I can do.
Okay, so that's working.
Yeah. And then I'm doing like a nightly review,
Okay.
which is a little more positive, like um because I think we were talking about the gripping kind of thing before. And I think that I don't think I can look at that at the end of the day. Um,
That's good to know.
yeah, I think I need to only do the positive review.
Yeah.
So this is like organizational structural organizing thing of how do I work? How can I work these in? Um, and one thing that's happening though, like a lot of the questions, show me what do I really want? Show me where do I really want to spend my precious energy? Um, I still get caught up a bit too much in what I don't want.
Ooh, okay, say more. Like what shows up?
Um, I'm still the same theme of things I'm clearing, of relationships that where friends aren't old friends I've kind of grown out of, and aren't they're not true friends,
Yeah.
where it's not reciprocal or they're not really present, or um there's some gaslighting, stuff. And um and then they're still in my life, so I'm still dancing with boundaries and not
Yeah.
not getting triggered. And how do I want to what do I do with these relationships that aren't nourishing, that have issues? I'm not made peace with it because I'm trying different things.
Yeah.
I don't like to cut off old friends if I can help it. I just I'm I had tried that, and that's a rough road. I'm playing now with just adjusting and recalibrating my exposure, or
Okay, so lessening it.
yeah.
Okay.
There are things that come up that just piss me off, and so like I might need to manage that with method, but then I feel like it might need me to come to a decision whether I'm going to say something or do something.
Yep.
So that stuff's still happening. I don't know. So I know, like, I think I have a what I don't know is I have a very high expectation of people that I spend time with,
Yeah.
you know,
That's
and
awesome. And
a lot of the people, maybe 40% of the people in my life, there's just some shit that's not acceptable to me. It's kind of and so I'm playing with speaking up as things happen.
right.
But then I'm just thinking it's making the connection kind of strange and weird.
As you're speaking up.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But what can I do? I mean, um, like, okay, so my stepmom was in the hospital. She's got a
Okay.
heart problem. My dad was at the doctor. There was a lot of
Mhm.
drama. And I've had stuff with my dad declining.
Yeah, I know.
And it's astounding to me, like when I've been feeling vulnerable and processing that, I'm bumping up with the same kind of pattern. Like I had this with Anya. This was the beginning of me going, I'm sort of like her therapist. I'm taking care of her all the time, and she had no capacity to hear me with my dad,
Right.
right? And the same thing happened with an old buddy of mine. I was talking about my dad,
Yeah.
and he picks up his phone and starts texting.
Oh,
Like he heard it buzz, and so he just, I- like, it's almost like I'm not even there, and he's looking at his phone, and he's just gone. And
yeah.
I'm like, so I called him out on it the same way
Right.
I did Anya.
Yeah. And
And um it was awkward because it was in a
yeah.
busy coffee shop.
Okay, cool.
And I've had to call him out. He's just always, and I just find it like I think the point was landed, but this dude is like fucking 70 years old. I mean, he is who he is. His brain is working like it's working.
It
But
is.
I just I can't sit with eight this kind of stuff. It
Yeah.
just I anyway. So it's like I said my thing. I think it's like I'm scolding a little boy.
Probably.
And so the decision is like he's like that, or a couple other girlfriends I text with, and the one I'm just like, damn girl, I went to your mom's funeral. I was with you through all your family things, and she's just sort of like thoughts and prayers and text, you know.
Yep.
And
So,
yeah, so
well,
or
when are you
like
going to believe these people?
what?
When are
Well,
you going to believe them and
well,
trust them?
I'm just like, this is not, I just don't know what to do with them now. Like with
Yeah.
the other woman, this just happened. I know she's checked out, but then it went a step farther because if I'm telling you my dad is aging and there's a loss of connection, and she's just like, we all go through this, and my
Oh,
my friend is going through it, but it's worse because her mom is suicidal. I'm like,
no.
that's unacceptable,
Yes.
right? Like
Well,
it,
what comes up for you when that happens, Shanti?
I'm like astounded. I'm stunned. Like, you are not emotionally intelligent. This
No,
is lacking all compassion and empathy. Who the fuck are you? This is not
yeah,
even, you know. And there used to be fun times back in the day. Like
right.
we both changed, but this is a person. I'm like, I know you're not available, but this is cross, like she's not available to be really present or supportive. It's just become a
Yeah,
texting social thing. But that's going into a zone of um that's just like very unconscious. Like I think she has trouble when she's hearing somebody be vulnerable. Like it's I'm done.
yeah,
And I've known her. So what's happening is I have these people that have been in my life. They might come to the kirtan. We might text about politics or ooh, full moon,
yeah,
But this is somebody I have to really believe this, that they are not at the table. You know what I mean?
right.
And it's so hard because I have a long history, and we have another mutual friend. I don't know. And I don't want to like keep finger pointing at people. It's like, why do I have a collection of people that are the most like all this same kind of just checked out, you know what I mean?
Yeah. What if it's just information of what if you're holding on to relationships for what they used to be?
Yeah, that makes sense. I I don't recognize things when they start changing, and I don't recognize this woman.
Right. So what if you believe her, like you're naming, and you start
Mm-hmm.
trusting her that she doesn't have capacity, and
Mm-hmm.
you just see her at your events, and you
Mm.
see her when you see her, as opposed to calling or having other conversations outside of that.
Yeah, I now there's some texting or this three-way texting that's a thing. That's a little sticky. Um, I mean, it needs me to just, I feel like I want to plan because there's going to be these incoming texts. And
Yeah. So what's sticky about like the three-way text? Because you've named that before with other individuals. I'm not sure if it's this one,
uh,
but
it's the same one. And it's like if somebody's initiating that and there's conversation going, um, there's some things I may want to respond to, but then some of it is like, if I'm trying to not nurture this
mm-hmm.
idea of a friendship, I feel like I want to find a clear path to um just maybe do a heart emoji and not really engage, you know? I don't know. I have to make a decision. How can I move
Yeah.
move on in a gentle way? Um and but not invest like still have some energy attachment or investment.
So if you just the thought of that, just engaging, but the bare minimum, which is what you're receiving, does that
Hmm.
feel more supportive for you as opposed to commenting or adding anything else?
Yeah, I don't, at least like I can't comment when she had that ridiculous response. She had that response. The other woman had a more
Mm-hmm.
compassionate response. So
Yeah.
I just, I didn't emoji or comment on the first one at all. And
Awesome.
I just did the heart emoji on the second woman because she had said some other things that were supportive and I
Yeah.
talked to her. So that was how I'm like, whoa, okay. And I think I'm just gonna lay low. I can just do a little thumbs up and even put people on notice that I'm just not in a texting conversations at this time, you know,
Yeah.
gone fishing.
And that's beautiful, Shanti. You're being very clear with what you have space for. Hey, I
Yeah.
may or may not be responsive to text.
Yeah. Um and
And in doing that, I just want to name you're having your own back. You're not continuing to invest in relationships that they're not nourishing for you.
yeah. You know, and I think this one's particularly challenging because it dips in and out of connect different connection because I've known both of them a long time with
Yeah.
mutual friends and interests. And so I might not be pulled in and then I do get pulled in. You know, it's easier if you just slam the door and you don't see somebody, but I also just want to be careful because I get upset and then I think I get pulled into the person
Yeah.
and then I lose track of what am I really standing for? What's
Mm,
what are the qualities I'm growing? What is this teaching me? You know,
yeah.
because I'm caught up in putting up a fence or something, you know.
Yeah. Well, you're caught up in their energy too.
Yeah, right.
You
Yeah.
kind of lose Shanti in it, which is what you learned how to survive, Shanti.
Yeah. Right.
But it's not supporting you anymore.
Right.
So taking a step out of their energy is really important
Mm-hmm.
if you're in person, and if it's just via text, coming back and like doing the muse method, but getting out of their energy,
Mm-hmm.
because that's, especially as an empath, like, and you're very sensitive, you pick it up and then you forget what you're really going after.
Yeah. And I think I want to go back to focusing on what I want to be creating. Like you had those daily asks, show me what I really
Mhm.
want and all that. So, um,
Well,
yeah.
and it's going to get louder.
Mm-hmm.
Like the question of like, show me where do I want to spend my precious energy. It's
Mm-hmm.
also, it might amplify where you don't want to spend your energy anymore.
That's what's where I'm at now.
Yeah, because it's going to make it clearer so that you can create space for where you do want to spend your energy or
Yeah.
invest your energy.
Yeah. Yeah. And so it's just a long gap of this cleansing reset of a lot of the old people
Mm-hmm.
and some new folks, it's just getting settled in with new relationships, new life patterns.
Yeah.
And some of those are um good, but then I find that the life rhythms these days with people I meet where we're a little more similar
Mm-hmm.
is being similar means they're really excited and busy about stuff as I am.
Right.
So I had two people today where we're trying to find where to get together, and it's insane. It's like 2 months to book
Holy shoot.
between
Okay.
between both schedules.
Yeah.
That's like those movies you see where people get out the calendars that are trying to date and they're flipping the page. That's taking
That's
its
what it's
months
like.
out. It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wow, I, this is just how adulting as a creative dynamic person is looking. um and I struggle with it emotionally. I mean, it's going to be it's less FaceTime, but maybe some phone time catching up. So
Okay.
um and I suppose I'm not as happy with it, but I'm not available. um you know so it's kind of matching where I'm at. Like the
Okay.
universe is kind of giving me the same kind of energy where I'm at, but
Right.
I kind of want more connection and intimacy and availability than I can give.
Yeah.
So I think that points me to,
Mm.
I think I need to dig deeper with sourcing some of the qualities myself, right? And with my own practices. Um, or I've been on a project of thinking about um, some more regular um, meditations or Zoom things, um, to build that consistency with practices and intimacy, like in a busy life. Um,
Right. Well, it's interesting that you say you want more connection and intimacy than you can give. So I'm wondering, are you being honest with how much you have to give
um,
for
well,
yourself?
give to myself or to others.
Well, in general, like to get like, are you being honest with yourself about how much you have to give? Because you said you want more, but there's only so much, so many.
Right. That's what I'm saying. The reality is I don't have the time and the energy to really give more.
Yeah.
But I my baseline or how I've lived in the past is having having more consistency and intimacy and connection with friends.
Yes.
But the structure of my life is different. So there's a mismatch with my availability and time and energy with kind of like my emotional needs, you know?
Yeah. So what if that's what's shifting right now? Is
Yeah.
like you're in a different season of life now.
Yeah.
And so like now you're starting to turn towards, okay, I want more consistency and intimacy, but how can I cultivate that maybe in a new way?
Yeah. Yes, that's the thing, right? Yeah, I'm gonna write that down. Yep. And it's a slow burn. I'm getting ideas. Um,
Well, that
like,
could be a new one to start
yeah.
asking. Show me how I can cultivate this consistency and intimacy in a new way.
Mm-hmm.
And bare minimum for you, foundation is 21 minutes a week of the Muse method, 3 minutes a day, bare minimum,
Mm-hmm.
to create that consistency and intimacy with yourself. And then
Right.
anything you do to that is just a bonus. But it's like, I'm going to have my back and I'm going to connect with myself no matter what.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that I know in the past has been, it's like I'm struggling to get it done 3 times a day. Cool. It's information.
Yeah. And I'm also adding um other practices like writing and journaling. Today will be my
Mm.
peaceful day. So I that one's easy for me. I'm
Yeah.
able to keep that one and then do an actual sit down meditation. Uh, so, um, and the Muse method things, it's better. I'm just funny how I will go off of it sometimes. Like this month was nuts. So I'm like, oh, wow. I
But
did.
that's been the pattern. When it gets nuts, that's when Shanti's forgotten about connecting with Shanti.
Yeah.
The chaos is what rules, almost. Is that true? Not the
Um,
chaos, but just like the all the busyness of all the things.
yeah, it's like gripping working with all these people and the projects and everything.
Yeah.
It's very consuming, you know. Um,
Mm.
so I, yeah, yeah. So it's not, I think it's chugging along and then it goes off. It's been coming back better, you know.
That's huge. And you're doing it when it's easier to remember when it's harder because the
Mhm.
harder times for you is when it's nuts and
Yeah,
when you're connecting with all the people to put together the events
yeah,
and it's consuming. So what I'm hearing is it literally all of those things start to consume you and you forget about Shanti.
yeah. And actually, there's something on the table right now that I could practice this because the next event on the 14th, you know, it has all the stuff that goes around putting on a kirtan.
Yeah.
And I've been caught in a little bit in the details.
Yeah.
And um, there's always the details of putting the event together. And then there's the what is the event and what is the energy and the essence and the purpose.
Yeah.
Um, so that's always a fun, interesting dance because I can always observe, am I forgetting the perp the essence, or
Yeah.
you know, is it getting overshadowed? So I was watching that a little with this,
Okay.
going like, oh, I'm excited. The theme is spring awakening and activating, calling back the sun, and
Yeah.
uh, I'm like, woohoo! And then I start, okay, let me get the event together, details, 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 and like oh boy, oh boy. And then I'm like, wait a minute. Um, Spring Awakening. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And so
Hmm.
um it's like a good cauldron or laboratory for me to practice coming
Yeah.
back. Um so again, like I was going to use this the set list, each all the chants to practice daily
Okay.
as a way of, it's the same thing as the muse method, like I'm coming back to
Yeah.
the chants and the essence.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna write that down because
Yep. So you're doing the chants daily
yeah,
to stay rooted in the essence of it.
yeah, I like that. Staying rooted in essence.
Because what I heard is when you get in the details is when you get consumed and it pulls you away from the essence.
Yeah. I think there's some other equation. It's something in the equation. Like with this, I I have an anxiety about
Mm.
like putting myself out there again.
Mhm.
Ananda Leela, this is the beginning of our season.
Yeah.
And turn that off. I don't, I always feel wobbly about it. Like, hmm, how is this going to be received? It, there's things that are kind of hard, sorry about that. I can't seem to get can you hear the dinging?
I just heard it. I didn't hear it the first time.
Okay. Anyway, it's there's dynamics in the kirtan community and just community in general.
Mm.
So uh I don't sometimes I don't know if it's going to be supported, you know,
Yeah.
like one of the other main kirtan people organizers, he's having the community kirtan on the same day in March and April, right when I'm having my kirtans.
Yeah.
It's we usually work pretty well together, and he just couldn't avoid it hitting it on the same day, but I'm bummed. Like, it just,
What does that mean for you since they're falling on the same day that people now have to choose between these?
I think a lot of them will,
Yeah.
because they're not going to have capacity to do both. And his is a free.
Yeah.
Um, it so it takes a toll, It's not it's there's a lot of stuff like that in community where it's not really my understanding of community and how you work together and mutually support each other and schedule with each other if you can, you know?
Right.
And I've spent years hoping and dreaming that things would be better and different. It doesn't really resolve. Um so
No.
so I I get into insecurity and
Yeah.
you know um like shit, who knows if any who's going to come because there's obstacles.
What if this is here for you? The
Yeah,
anxiety and the insecurity, because this person is showing you what you don't want. Like if you're calling in genuine community that isn't competing against one another, that's collaborating, that's working
yeah,
together.
yeah,
But it, in a sense, when that comes up about like the beginning of the season and you're feeling wobbly, it's like the anxiety almost can take over and then you shrink down
right,
and you're not being all of Shanti.
right. Mm-hmm.
So, would you be willing, when you're noticing the anxiety in you or that sense of insecurity, do the muse method and then open up, move the energy of like opening up your body and asking, okay, where can I breathe and expand more? What is breathing life into me right now?
Mm,
And moving in that direction, because what it's doing is it's moving you out of the anxiety to move you back into your power to extract some of that power
mm-hmm.
from the past,
Yeah.
because you were giving yourself like a false sense of hope before with the romanticized version of this, and now you're being honest with yourself. You're being like, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the people that know Anandalita, I can't even say it the right way. How do you say it the right way?
Ananda Leela.
Anandalita, Leela.
Leela. Yeah. Thank
Leela, thank you.
yeah.
I will still stumble my way through it and I will do my best. But the people that know you, like anybody that I've ever talked to about your events, they're like, oh, if it's Shanti's putting it on, I'll be there because they know the quality that you bring.
Yeah. 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 And this is the comparing doesn't help, but I think there was a disappointment too, because
Of course.
it also means I need to do something, actually take a different action. I feel
Okay.
like like I'm going to offer some of the people in that we're in a WhatsApp group
Yeah.
a Chicago Kirtan Sangha discount.
Cool.
So these things happen and I I could just try to, do everything we're saying and bring my power back, but it also needs me to sit with how do I approach this, it I feel it needs something like that.
Yeah.
um and then I get a little angry,
Ah.
you know,
Is there more you want to say around this anger?
just like, oh, I get into a lot of stories like, okay, dude, you are aware of the whole community and scheduling, and I've had these dates out there for 3, 4, 5 months. This
Yeah.
is, do you really have to do this? He's talking like he does. That's what works for him. Okay, whatever. But how can we work together? Um, I'm thinking this is it's requiring me to not just focus on my event, but focus on other ways of putting the word out there to make it more accessible. That's like some more time and energy and
Yeah.
other dimensions. And so, uh, I feel like it's like little obstacles, maybe. I don't know. And I also then feel like it's a typical thing in the community, especially with men. I start getting pissed at men.
Yeah.
They don't get it. They,
Well, there's no respect, which is,
yeah. So,
and are you willing to start keep moving that anger when it arises in you? Because I know
yeah.
we talked about this last time. It's here to move you to choose something differently. And I don't know what that choosing something differently is.
Mm-hmm.
But like this person's not going to change. He keeps not respecting you or paying attention to when you have events and just doing his thing.
Mm-hmm. Most of them do.
Right. So it's not personal. They're just not even thinking about it. They're only thinking about themselves.
Right. And this is the same dynamic though, like with this other friend that's kind of the bypassing, like with my parents aging, right? Well, we all go through it.
Don't
Like,
belittle. That's belittling you and belittling, minimizing your experience. I don't care. I'm going through it right now. Can you be with me in the discomfort of it right now? No?
yeah,
Cool. I gotta go.
yeah, yeah. Um, so that's similar to this other guy.
Yeah.
It's the inability to work it's a self-absorption,
Yeah.
um and I'm whereas I just have a different values,
You
so.
do. And you're gonna like it's almost like you're gonna run into this, it's gonna get louder right now, Shanti,
Mm-hmm.
because you're getting clearer on what you stand for. So the people that aren't in alignment are going to get louder because you're like, I've got to find a different way. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know what that is yet,
Mm-hmm.
but I know there's got to be a different way because it's causing a lot more stress and running around for you.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, I will never give you the answer, but I have an idea
Mm-hmm.
of you do when you're doing the Muse method, and this is a bigger group. Is you're doing the partner Muse method, so you start with the standard Muse method, but then we do the partner Muse method with the Kirtan community
Mm.
to start to get alongside of the Kirtan community
Hmm.
and to create more ease with that. It's not saying these people are going to change, but what you're calling is the highest self of the Kirtan community to start to get alongside of. Does that resonate?
Yeah, what does that look like?
Let's do it right now.
Okay.
So I don't have your muse will give you the imagery or however it sounds, however it makes itself known to you that
Mm-hmm.
you're going to connect with. So
Mm-hmm.
first, let's go ahead, close our eyes, follow your breath, connect your hands. Just start by connecting to yourself and to your muse, your unique soul expression. And now just hold the intention of connecting and expanding, and let's keep that imagery if it resonates. Where as you're breathing, you're stoking that inner fire of Shanti, and you're allowing that fire to get bigger and brighter. And anywhere you feel stuck, like with the Kirtan community, imagine that is like ice, and it's slowly just melting as you burn brighter. So let's start there, and then we're going to add on in just about 30 seconds. So let's just stay here for this 30 seconds, and I'll be quiet. So now, however it makes itself known to you, imagine that the Kirtan community, and I know it feels big, but let it be big. This bench can just go on till infinity if it needs to. So imagine that you're sitting next to the Kirtan community, and maybe they're on both sides of you if that feels good or not. You know the way. So imagine you could just reach out one of your hands and connect with that community as if it's kind of like it's in a bubble where they're alongside of you and you're just connecting with the higher self of the community and what the highest good is for all. And let's just be here as you're just being with. We're not fixing or changing anything. You're just being with it and connecting your muse with the muse of the Kirtan community. And maybe asking your muse to amplify the ones that feel like you can more easily collaborate with them. Asking your muse to show you how to find more ease in working alongside of the community or show you a new way. And let's just be here for like another 20 seconds and just see what might arise with those kind of invitations for your muse as you connect. And just take another breath here and notice what caught your attention as we were doing this practice. And when you're ready, you can make your way back and just, if it feels right, just share what showed up.
Mm,
And if
well,
it's nothing, that's okay.
no, I was just scanning some of the dynamics with a few of the people, kind of the negatives, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
um, I did collaborate with a couple people on one of these last things, and um, it's the male energy.
Mm,
Like, they have some issues personally, and the way they were operating, I it doesn't work for me. You know,
right. That's
and
awesome that you know that.
um, so I was thinking, I think I wasn't totally honest with the one guy because he had so many problems going on,
Hmm.
but it was almost like I had to totally stick my concerns and the inconvenience to me, and I sublimated that because he was having a lot of problems. But
Mm,
I thought the way he communicates and doesn't respond or keeps me hanging,
yeah.
that I feel like that's still, I don't care if you have your wife trying to divorce you or this or that or that or this doesn't work, but I didn't give I didn't say anything because his situation was, I turned into a therapist.
Ugh.
And
And
same
what,
with same with one other guy. Um
yeah.
and
Mm,
so I didn't honor myself, and
yeah.
because it I got into a scarcity fear thing. Like, if I tell them how I feel and how they're operating um is impacting me, they're going to completely bail or something, or the vibes will be off for the gig. Oh, I do remember I did say more stuff to the one
Yeah.
guy, but
You're right.
um so I'm always afraid of communicating my needs or boundaries, um because I wanted to save the vibe and save the gig in a way, but then that meant then I'm doing all that caretaking
Ugh.
to massage them into being able to really show up, um,
Yeah.
you know. And the fact is that these people have a lot of issues, and
Yeah.
um, it's, um, I think I neglected to stand up for myself and say more to one of them. Like, I can say, I'm sorry, and I hope you work this and that out, but you not responding to me or keeping me on hold is really creating a problem for me. Like,
Yeah.
it's just not okay, you know.
Yeah. So what I heard you say, because of the fear of communicating your needs and boundaries, you sacrifice yourself to save the vibe of the event, and then you end up caretaking and massaging them, so putting out more energy to move forward.
Mhm.
So we're like, I'm wondering who's taking care of Shanti in this, because we
Nobody.
know these, yeah, we know these men don't have your concerns. It's all about them.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
So what if the anger is showing up because it's like, I am freaking angry that you are sacrificing me for these
Hmm.
little men, these little boys, because that's what they are, they're children. and you're not standing up for yourself.
Yeah.
And what if the fear is showing up because it's like, I'm here to breathe new life into you. We have to do this differently. But right now you're used to just acquiescing and just going along with it.
Yeah,
It's not wrong, Shanti. But what is that creating for you by doing it that way?
it's a lot of energy and it's minimizing to my spirit, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I still kind of believe if I wouldn't have turned into the coach person
Uh-huh.
with one one or both, that it could have taken a turn and really um the event would have been kind of collapsing. So then I get into this, it's not just about me, it's about the greater good, you know.
It is, and
Mm-hmm.
if it honors one, it honors all. And when you throw yourself underneath the boat,
Mm-hmm.
you're kind of you're throwing it all under the boat because you are the heart of the event.
Yeah. So there, I think there's somewhere upstream though, because these things happen. I think it's kind of a lot. And what is my internal energy that I need to change so I'm not encountering that type of a person as much. Um,
Well, it's being honest with yourself
yeah.
because you've been getting signs because they weren't communicating and you already knew that. So they just keep showing you,
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, but I can make it work. But
Yeah.
I, right?
And the second guy would, but the second one of the other guys, he didn't demonstrate that kind of flakiness. I thought he was, I knew he had some of his own mood things.
Okay.
Um, but I thought he was a very hell yes, let's do it energy. So the pivot on
Mm-hmm.
personal issues really took me by surprise. His others, some other parts of him started coming out. So then I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, this is kind of the same pattern, but it wasn't completely apparent up front.
Right. It
And
came later.
and that's the karma though. That's happened before where somebody, I
Yeah.
don't, it's not, it's looking one way when they sign on and then the same pattern happens.
Mm.
And that's where I feel like there's some energetic thing I'm pulling in people that are showing me this same pattern, um, until I get it.
What if it, and okay, it sounds easy. I'm not going to tell you it's easy, but what if you started to choose you and started to honor you? Because the patterns are going to keep showing up and the people are going to keep showing up for you to change how you respond.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like in real time, it may throw you through a loop, but now you've witnessed it and experienced it enough of like, oh, okay, well, you've got that going on. Well, we got this gig and we got to go forward. So are you in or are you out?
Right.
And like just not because they want you to step into the role of the therapist. They want you to do all those things. But that's where then you lose yourself.
Yeah. And actually, I didn't do that. Okay. The other thing in this was this thing that I'm working with that we worked with last time was me being the fixer, right?
Right. Same kind of thing. Yep.
And so the one guy, he he was in a, he wasn't even sure, he, I wasn't even getting like that he was certain he could make it.
Right.
And then I was trying to pin him down, like, I'm going to need to check on you, then we got to check back on Monday or whatever. And because he was leaving it all. And
Yeah.
so, but then, so there was a point at which I'm like, I'm going to need to really, we have to set a date when
Mm-hmm.
we're circling back. And, but I'm also at the same time not wanting to be the big fixer
Mm-hmm.
because I saw that I was trying to, part of his problem was his wife was kicking him out. He's staying somewhere else and he doesn't have a car. He usually has to use her car, but now they're not talking. He doesn't know anybody. So I was going to get into trying to get him a ride. And, and then I'm like, no. So I decided not to be the fixer. And I almost was going to be the fixer, but I stopped myself. And then, but then there is the fixer in the sense like, this can't hang out in some limbo land of when you might talk to her and
Yeah.
like, um, it's a tough one though. Also, there's a lot of layers because these folks are doing this not for money necessarily. This
Right.
was these are donations, seva community events for Hindu holidays or supporting the
Yeah.
center, right? And it's a lot of driving and a lot of shit. And so there's this weird balance, right, of being demanding with somebody, like being firm about my needs, and
Right.
I'm really going to need to know, but then I can't get into because it's not some kind of contracted paid gig. They're
Right.
you know, but so I'm weighing all these levels. Like I don't
Yeah.
want to be the fixer, but I want to be firm, but I don't want to be too.
Well, could you ask or gauge their interest of how committed they are to these events
Well, they start out committed. This is the thing. The starting out point is fine, and then
when push comes to shove?
something happens, right? Um,
Okay, maybe you need to check in again and say,
yeah,
so how committed are you now?
right.
And do a second check in if you're getting that sense.
Yeah.
Maybe you just need to, rather than like managing and trying to control it, just be like, okay, so wait, I'm hearing all of this and I'm wondering how committed are you now? Because I'm going to keep planning the event. We're not making money from this, but
Mm-hmm.
I need to know. And if
Right.
you're on the fence and last minute you can come and we'll figure it out then
Right.
or not.
Right.
Does that resonate with you of kind of doing
Yeah.
another check-in?
Yeah. It's smart, you know. And I know we're almost at time, but it's like I'm gonna maybe sign on another percussionist for something, and
Yeah.
it's a paid gig with a contract,
Oh, awesome.
and I'm gonna need to be like, I need you to be completely committed. It's like I feel like I need to start stepping up my
Yeah.
letting them know that the expectation with you know so I'm not wasting my energy.
Right. And could you name, I'm asking because I would want clarity on this. What does committed mean to you then, Shanti?
Oh
Like you
yeah.
don't have to share that here, but like getting clear on that means you're going to be at practice, that means you're going to be at whatever the things are,
Yeah.
so that you're very clear when you're signing this percussionist on
Right.
or whoever that might be that you're working with.
Right.
Because
Right.
it's not wrong. This is how you work, and if you can have more clarity around it, you can start to find those that are willing to follow, like honor what is true for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 And just to say, like again, I don't want to make it like everything's flaky or not committed. It's a mixed mix because I like the usual people I work with are committed and everything's working, and it's a lot better pattern than years ago. You know,
Right.
it's headed in the right direction, which is why I get kind of fooled. And when it somehow then has a taste of that,
Yep.
oh, um, I'm like, oops, some of that shit's still happening.
Yeah.
Had a break from that shit.
Yeah.
Why do they all have penises?
It's information, Shanti. Take it, gather it, because that might be part of what you're dealing with the
Mm-hmm.
male bodies.
Right.
Whereas females are, we know how they roll, is they're more committed and they're more devoted because that's just how we are to life,
Yeah.
mostly. Not all of us.
Right.
And Shanti, I really want to celebrate that you didn't go into the fix it mode.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's huge. Even if you did it another time, you're gathering information. So when you go into the therapist fixer mode,
Yeah.
notice what's showing up for you in your body. Because
Yeah.
I'm going to guess it's unconscious and you just go into that without even thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's where your value has come from.
Mm-hmm.
So when you can see how it impacts your body, that's going to give your brain the evidence that like the therapist fixer role does not work. It may feel like it's saving everybody, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel really anxious and I feel twisted up or what I feel the gripping.
Mm-hmm.
It's not working.
Right.
And
Right.
that will help to help you to start to shift out of that pattern
Yeah.
because you're being more aware of it. It's not about fixing it or getting rid of something. It's about noticing it so that we can start to change it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you named, I want to come back to what you named at the beginning, and I know we're right at time. Or do you have a few minutes?
I do. Mm-hmm.
Okay. You said you want to keep your reflection going. It's working at night, but when you bring in the gripping and the struggles, that isn't working at night. So when would be a good time? Because it was really to get clear on what is the gripping and struggling, what is that creating? It is
Okay.
creating something for you. And I'm not saying it's positive or what you want, but it is creating something.
You mean, are you asking when I could do that reflection and
Yeah, when could you do that? Because it's not at night, you
okay,
said.
maybe I want to put that in the afternoon, and maybe I could put that on one of my alarms as that noticing is at a particular check-in.
Okay.
Yeah, uh, that's kind of good.
That way we're just trying to bring your awareness to it, but we also want to just notice where there's ease too. So it's
Mm-hmm.
not like we're just looking at where you're gripping and struggling. We're just looking at what that's creating. It's
Mm-hmm.
creating more tension. It's creating more um what was the word that you used? More consumed in the energy, forgetting like the intention.
Okay.
And then where is their ease? And looking for where that is already showing up. So even in your kirtan community, starting to really look for where is their ease in the kirtan community.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Because your brain, I think we've talked about this. Our brains are like Velcro to negativity and Teflon to positivity. So you
Yeah.
named it. You're like, when we did the partner muse method, your brain went to the negative, but that's information because it told you that that's not where you're going anymore. It's like, oh, this is the negative energy that you're not aligned with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And maybe that's what your muse was amplifying was like, okay, let's bring more of that to Shanti's awareness so that she can bring her focus to where she is aligned
Right.
and where there is more ease, where you don't have to take care of and fix.
Right. Hmm.
And then the other piece you brought up is it's not happening on Tuesday. So what's getting in the way of kind of having your weekly review?
Um, I don't know, it might be weird that I kind of needed, like, I think I funny. I'm gonna see if I can write it. I wrote it in my calendar,
Yeah.
and so I'm just gonna see if that's what I needed.
Okay.
That
So
I
starting with scheduling yourself in.
Yes.
Okay.
So I guess I thought I would be like, oh yeah, Tuesdays, but I think I have to actually write these in.
If it isn't scheduled, it isn't real. So it's got to be because Shanti, you will more often than not put yourself on the back burner.
Hmm.
It's not wrong. It's information. So you can be honest with yourself of being like, I need to schedule myself in because I am a priority.
Right.
Because I will get caught up in all the details or everybody else, and then I get consumed.
Right.
And if it doesn't happen, just notice what is that doing for you if you're not doing it.
Yeah, that I'm not um integrating all the material, so to speak, you know.
Yeah.
It feels like a waste. Not really a waste, but it's like there's all this gold right here
Yeah.
that's not being turned into beauty.
And it's here and it's happening. It's just, it's maybe not consistent yet. And you
Mhm.
want more, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah,
So maybe with this intentional time, it could help you to create that.
yeah. Um, yeah, and I'm going to California and
Oh,
I
let's look at the calendar.
yeah, that'll be a thing because I needed to make sure I wrote stuff in because sometimes vacations
Yeah.
wreak havoc
When,
on routine. I'm going the 16th through the 27th.
oh, of this month. Okay.
Yeah, so
Ooh, beautiful.
yeah, like yeah, so I'll have a couple Tuesdays there, you know.
Okay.
It's I think it'll still work because um I spend usually the afternoons hiking. Like I can
Mhm.
still do the reviews, the stuff. It'll just feel different, you know. Um,
Yeah, I mean, if you're out hiking, you could do the review out loud, just speak into spirit. If you're by yourself, if you're with others, maybe not.
yeah. And then I'm just double checking. Oh
When
yeah,
would you like to schedule next? Because
yeah,
the 31st would be 4 weeks.
yeah. So that's good for me.
Okay.
What are we doing? 4 o'clock, right?
Yes, 3:30. Well, that's what we've been doing.
4 o'clock, okay.
And then continue to just sit with because maybe us having, and I know you said budget, maybe having more consistency with us meeting would help with the integration. I don't know.
Maybe it's just I can't. I'm at my
Yeah, right now it's perfect where you are. I honor that. And maybe it's right now while we're in this rhythm is texting me and letting like kind of maybe that's part of your accountability if you want.
oh, like on a Tuesday, that might be good.
Yeah.
Cool.
So if you want to put that in your calendar, like after you've had your shunt, it's not like you have to disclose, you like share everything with me. It's just like,
Yeah.
I did it. I took my shanty time. So I can
Okay.
celebrate with you so that you can keep building
Okay.
that momentum.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna put a little reminder for me that but are you okay with like you messaging me? Like that's coming from you of
Yeah.
like, I'm taking accountability, I'm gonna message you. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, cool. And then, well, I'm grateful to hear that you have a trip planned after your next event because that's on the 14th, you said, and then you have your trip after that.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, I've got that down. And then, is there anything like, what are you walking away with from our time today?
Um, so I guess the beginning thing I was mentioning this friend and do I believe her when she's showing me who she is, and I'm feeling like I can, I've reached a new place of letting that go.
Yeah.
You know, and okay, so there's big theme of me getting caught in people's energy.
Mm-hmm.
So staying in my own energy, doing the Muse method, realizing there's a new season where I'm needing to cultivate some new rhythms with intimacy and regularity. And I think it's like a new just like designing my life more
Mm-hmm.
consciously. And doing Muse method with myself first and then community. And I had mentioned I'm going to also do the daily practice of the chanting
Mm-hmm.
as a way of also the daily Muse method. Um, let's see, what was it? I mentioned some insecurity stuff with the gigs and things where I'm shrinking, so moving the energy more
Mm-hmm.
to get back into my power. Um, and finding a different way. Um, just looking at my fixing and caretaking and how that's really compromising my energy to keep just choosing me. And
Mm-hmm.
I guess I can speak up more for what I need, and not hold back with boundaries and expectations. Um, I have this plan of when I'm doing Muse Method or doing the review and the time I'm going to do the reflecting on any gripping stuff, you
Okay.
know,
Yeah.
um, and the Tuesday check in.
The Tuesday. Okay.
Yeah, I'm on.
That's a lot. And just keep noticing, like when you don't move the energy, notice. When you do move the energy, notice what it creates.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because either way, it's creating something. It's going to create more tension, more unease, more whatever, versus, oh my God, I could breathe again.
Right.
And like maybe when you're doing that practice, you then do the partner muse method to connect with the community to keep cultivating more ease between you and the community.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And keep moving the anger when it shows up because
Yeah.
it's rising up for you to choose something differently. And I'm going to keep guessing it's asking you to choose you, to start helping yourself, not helping others.
Yeah. Right.
And Shanti, you're already doing it. So now we're just going to keep amplifying what you're already doing.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's right now I gotta look at why I feel sad, maybe because I'm committing to letting letting some things go, you know.
Well, and what if the sadness is also here because it's inviting you to press in and be with it all?
Yeah,
Because you're choosing you, and sometimes by choosing us, that means that not everybody's going to come with us.
that's what's happening. Yeah, I'm pretty clear about, yeah. So,
And that's part of being human. Everything we love, we will lose in some
right.
shape or form, and we can do it consciously or
Mm-hmm.
unconsciously.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you're wanting to choose it more consciously.
Right. Yeah. So,
So press in with the sadness, press in, lay on your back, be with it, and see what might support you in that.
thanks, Jenny.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're welcome.
Hey, on another note, I'm trying to log into, oh, here it is. It wasn't giving me the Venmo. I got
Oh,
it. Had
you
a
got
couple
it?